everyone. Welcome to TalktousToday. I'm Namita.
And I'm Simran. Today on Talk to Us Today, we will be discussing what measures success. What does success mean? And what do successful people look like?
We all have an idea in our heads about what successful people look like. We are all product of our environment, and let's face it, most of our environment have become very commercial, and as a result, success seems to be another word for wealthy or being materialistically rich. We measure success by the size of a brand of a car that someone drives, or by the size of the house someone lives in, the diamonds and the watches they possess. And
Exactly.
although these things appeal to many, none of these things necessarily point to success. They could mean you have a lot of money, which is great for
Yes.
you, but success is different, isn't it, Simrit?
So true. So well said. They're great for you, but is that really successful to have these things? These days, social media also seems to dictate some measures of our successes because we're constantly reminded of who's holidaying where, who's been invited to the
Oh,
most happening parties, right? Also, who's wearing which label. And, this list keeps going on. But if we look at these measures, they all are pretty much commercial. And I say this with no offense intended, but a bit surface or superficial, I would say. They may give you happiness in the moment, but do these parameters determine how good you are at what you do, which is what success is supposed to be? Or do they determine how you have succeeded at anything?
exactly. Exactly. Success means to succeed or to be good at what one does, right? It means the accomplishment of a goal or to be at a point where you have met one of your expectations. My expectations for this week could be perfecting my butter chicken recipe.
Oh,
And if my
yes, that's a good
family and
idea.
yeah, and if my family and I enjoy the dish, I become successful in my goal. In fact, I feel damn proud of myself if
Absolutely.
I do so. And but to be honest, for many of us, some accomplishment at work or in terms of wealth is to be successful, and that's great too. But Simrit, how come we never hear about successful moms or homemakers or successful teachers or successful high school coaches?
Right. That's such an important part. We do hear about great moms and dads, but success has become synonymous with achieving a quantitative mark, whether professional or materialistic. But everyone has an individual concept of success, or people should have their own definition of success in my mind. Personally, for me, the concept of success could be to provide enough for my family, but an important part of the success would be to have enough to share with my family and close friends. Let's say I have enough to go for a 7-star vacation in an exotic, location. For me, I would rather take a step down as far as the 7-star goes and go somewhere where I could go with my entire family. For me, vacationing alone or with my
Yeah.
husband, that's not enough. I want to go with as many people as I want. That's my measure of success. What about you, Namita?
Well, that's important for me too. I have read that successful people, especially men, are very lonely. Remember this famous saying, it's lonely at the top, right?
Right. Yeah.
So if I was successful and lonely, for me, that success would mean nothing.
Absolutely. I
But
agree.
this is when our definition of success in terms of profession or wealth, and for what, we sometimes tend to neglect our personal lives. To achieve that goal. The environments which encourage work and personal life balance are the most satisfying, according to me. And,
Absolutely.
that is what I truly feel like going for. But for me, like success is something which gives me satisfaction, which gives me meaning. I want world peace, but that doesn't mean that I have to go out there to achieve it. But to me, teach my child a simple craft which he enjoys. It's a successful day for me. It may not be how others measure a successful day, but it is for me. Or a day when my husband and I are able to grab a few hours all for for ourselves and to go out for a dinner or a movie. I mean, it is successful day because we really have to work at making it happen. This is
Right.
how, I mean, I feel like.
That's so true. Success comes in so many different shapes and sizes. I came across a beautiful quote by Viktor Frankl. When people can't find a deep sense of meaning, they distract themselves with pleasure. So I don't know what he meant by it, but I found it very beautiful in this sense because
So
it
deep.
says, right? Because
It's,
then without a sense of meaning, pleasure is meaningless. So it seems shallow, that pleasure. To enjoy the pleasures of life, one must find meaning in them too. Now, that meaning in life has to be personally determined. I mean, for you and me, it could be different. For others, it's different. A few years ago,
yeah.
I was chasing some form of a professional success, okay? And for years I did. But today, I'm proud of being a full homemaker. This is my definition, and I feel successful. I love being a full time mom. I love being a full time partner to my husband. I pride myself in taking care of our three parents jointly and managing our households. I consider myself successful at what I do. It gives me happiness. This is who I am, and I wear these badges with pride. But
Yeah.
one definition of success can't work for everyone. I understand that. I think many of us out there feel depressed, though, because we feel our lives are not contributing enough. And that leads to a sense of failure. Now, I want everybody to kind of step back and ask yourselves, how are you defining success? Are any of you wonderful women out there competing with others, measuring your life with the life of others? Comparisons will always lead to a feeling of inadequacy. So, come on, girls, stop doing that for sure.
Yeah, I mean, they should stop it. I mean, especially with the social media, Snapchat or Instagram, Facebook. I mean, we have this non-stop dump of images in our lives. What
Right.
people are doing, where they are going, or who they are meeting. I mean, human mind is all, at the highest peak of overload. And we truly do
So
not
true. So well
realize.
said.
Yeah, and we don't need that.
Yeah.
I mean, do I need to know where my college roommate sister has holidayed, or
We don't.
my ex-colleague has just bought a latest BMW? All these images will lead to an inevitable comparison and will lead us to believe that we are failing, somewhere. We definitely need to stop that. I mean, this cycle of just looking at it and comparing ourselves. Our own definition of happiness will always determine what success means to us. All, and we need to know that that's what it is,
Yeah.
right?
We all need to know what gives us happiness and measure our
Exactly.
successes with that. Right. I agree with you. So, especially for our special girl gang out there who's watching, all our viewers, stop. Think what you did this past week, which brought a smile on your face or your family's face or your friend. Like maybe you surprised her with something, a book she was looking for or he was looking for. It could be knitting a scarf. Maybe you finally were able to teach your child how to ride a bike, or you finally completed a book that you've been reading for a while and couldn't get through it. Those are your achievements for this week. Be very happy in what you've achieved and be proud of these successes as well. Come on, girls.
Yeah.
Stop looking at others. Enjoy your social
Yeah.
media without getting
I,
swept away.
exactly. And I want to tell you that my today's day is very successful because I'm able to nail that gajar halwa recipe today.
Oh,
That was,
good. Oh, I wish I could have some. We can't right now.
I wish I could send some for you.
Oh,
I mean, it is, my husband never appreciate what I cook, especially if dessert or something. He always like somewhere something or missing. And today is like, no matter what, I was just working hard. No, it has to be perfect. And finally, when he had this one bite, like, this is awesome. Like, oh my God, that,
so did you
thank
feel like,
God.
see, hard work paid off? Success, man.
Yeah, I mean, I felt so happy. I never wanted to hear this. So he said, "Oh, this is less. This is, this could have been done better." Like the moment he's like, "Oh, this is awesome!" Like, "Oh God, thank God." Yeah, so that's amazing.
So it's not just the
So
validation from the husband that we all need, but it's the fact
yes,
that, okay, that's who we wanted to understand how we were making it for him. It could be your mother, you could be making it for, it could
yeah,
be for yourself. Because even when we eat our own cooking, sometimes I'm eating something and I take it out of everybody's plate. I'm like, this is bad. I've cooked it, but I'm telling you. So it's your measure of success is because that brought everyone in the house happiness. I love it. And you
Yes.
were trying to perfect it. You worked at it.
Yeah. So, I think the takeaway today is to celebrate your successes, whether big or small. Acknowledge what gives you pleasure and what you would consider a successful life for yourself. I mean, realize that and think about it, and then start moving and achieving those daily goals. Be happy doing it. We don't need others to dictate what we need to do to feel successful. We know what our success is. It's here in our heart.
Well said, Namita. Well said. So that's all on Talk to Us today. Do let us know what you thought of today's episode by emailing us at hello@talktoustoday.com or comment below, in the comment section. Do let your friends know where to find us. And listen, girls, I know you guys are watching out there, but not all of you are subscribing. So please hit that subscribe button and hit the bell to stay
Yeah.
notified of our latest videos every Friday at 6 p.m. Thank you for joining us and Talk to Us today.
Remember to talk about Talktus today.
Keep smiling
Keep laughing.
and keep
And the most
talking.
important, yes,
See you
keep
guys
talking.
next Friday. Bye.
Bye.